Welcome, everyone. I'm sure you've seen news on Voxtur, and I posted a video prior to this video, so it's like a 3-minute video. Have a listen. But my story for today was kind of interesting because I am driving to the gym to get a workout, and I got a wonderful text about Voxtur's auditor quitting, and I'm like, okay, I guess there's no more workout for me today. And then I thought to myself, man, people are gonna lose their mind over it. So, Colin, thanks for joining me to talk about this.
No problem. I wish I didn't have to talk about it, but yeah, happy to do it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts about it? I mean, I already shared some information, but it looks to me like there's some problems that the auditor is having, but can you give some more color on this?
Well, I've had a few people ask me, did I know about it? I mean, I monitor a lot of stuff. I don't really follow the CPAB, the Canadian Public Accountability Board. So, I had no idea. Obviously, Voxtur had no idea. I don't think anybody's monitoring the CPAB for this type of stuff. There's another company, Sciata Mobile. They didn't put out a press release, but they refiled their 6K, which changes the auditor or changes to their auditor, which shows that they got a notification. This is probably the same notification that they were resigning for Sciata Mobile. So those are the two I know of right now. I'm sure there's others. And it looks as if, the CPAB censured them and then had some enforcement against them. And I don't know how many clients they had in Canada. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. So I don't know enough about Markham to really have any deeply insightful information, other than I personally had never come across them in any of my other companies. So I don't know if they had a big footprint. Maybe if they're getting censured and they're having this problem, maybe they're just pulling out of Canada in totality, which wouldn't surprise me. Sometimes it's like, why do I need, unless they're making real money and it's some material element that they want to take this kind of abuse. So I don't know. I don't know the background of it, but it looks like they are probably pulling out of all of their smaller Canadian publicly traded companies at this point. I don't know if they're also doing it for private companies as well. So, but it does sound like they're doing at this point. I can definitively see two companies. Maybe not everybody's going to take the approach that Voxtur is doing, and it may be a function of if you've already done your annual financial statements, your audited financial statements with them. Maybe you don't need to do it. Maybe there's no need to be a press release. You're just doing this post. So I don't know when Sciata, if and when they posted their financials. So maybe post their financial reporting already. So maybe it's not as big a deal. So they just have to do a 6K. I haven't been, and I find that some of these search mechanisms, are a little slow on the pickup. So we'll see. We'll see if it's more than just these two. Likely is, but it just seems to be something that hit Markham, and unfortunately, we're getting caught in the crossfire. And I don't think it's anything more than that. Again, they moved from Angela to Robin, and Robin was a former partner at KPMG. So I think she's a very strong and capable CFO that can weather this. She's got a lot of experience. So I'm not wholly stressed out about this. I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Well, anything else you want to say?
There's going to be just a lot of speculation around this. I mean, in many ways, this is a great buying opportunity, in my opinion, only because nothing really has changed. It adds more noise, but it just, doesn't really materially change anything. And the stock is getting thrown out with the baby's being thrown out with the bathwater. So these are typically strong opportunities, but everyone's going to have to govern themselves accordingly. But I just don't think this is a material element. I don't know how quickly they can change auditors. I've never had a company where this has happened before, so I'm in virgin territory for myself. I don't know what the protocols and methodologies are. I know that what I do like, though, is that they did apply, or they're applying for a management cease trade order. So, Sciata Mobile doesn't do a press release. They file a 6K. We at least did a filing of a press release, so everyone's aware of it. I think they probably could have done more, especially if they had found out that, there was this CPAB enforcement. I think they should have probably done, maybe they'll put out another press release. I don't know. I hope they do something to guide for more guidance, get rid of some of the speculation. But they did apply for a management cease trade order, which means that the CEO and the CFO can't trade. My suspicion is it'll apply more broadly, but I think that is also a sign of good faith from management if they're already saying that we're basically not going to sell our stock or we're going to lock ourselves up. So, I think that those are all good indications coming from the management, putting those things in proactively. So, yeah. So unfortunately, I think that's where the issue is. Unfortunately, we get this Monday morning knock in the teeth. The press release, I don't know when they got what information, so hard to criticize this one, but hopefully they'll put out some more clarification or do a call or some such thing to clarify, because unfortunately this is not of their making, but they are dealing with the repercussions. Well, the shareholders are as well.
Well, the good thing is that we are able to see some articles, about the firm, so we can kind of, come to our own conclusions, or have a little bit more color than just very, plain press release.
Yeah. Yeah, I like I said, they've done the management cease trade order, and so that's voluntary. They're getting ahead of that. The drag is if it goes through the May 1st filing. Maybe there's a way of salvaging all the audit that has been done. I don't know. A lot of it is process and all these other elements. So I don't know what they can salvage or not, or whether, the new auditor will probably have to come in and start from scratch. So, yeah, it's a kick in the teeth, but I think it really has nothing to do with the company. It has to do with the auditor. So I think this is one of those weird quirks in life that happen, and hopefully they can get this thing back on track. I mean, if they can make the May 1st deadline, then God bless them.
All right, Colin, thanks for doing this.
All right, man. Talk soon. Bye-bye.